Hello and welcome in, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Digafordo Road to the Show, and we are approaching season number 10 for Digafordo, and it has been an interesting journey for him. He has had some years with really wonderful development. He's had some years with some really great progress in his production, but he's never really been able to put everything together, and I'm hoping that maybe that will change this season. We'd love to see a little bit more production from him while also developing some more. He is now a B+, and he's in his age 30 season. So it has been an interesting career for Digafordo. I personally expected to see better development, although I am surprised at what we've seen from him production-wise in his career. So he's had some pretty solid seasons. He's also been, I guess, I wouldn't say consistent, but you can see that there's some pretty consistent years with some of these stats. He had the worst career year when it comes to strikeouts last year, and one of his worst average seasons. But he is getting better. If you missed it and you're wanting to check it out, here are his current attributes. 51 power and contact. He's up to 82 speed, 99 fielding, and 89 arm. He still has his tier 3 stimulated trait, which we haven't even been able to observe because we will never watch the end of one of his games just due to time. And if you would need a refresher, he starts his career with 7 power. He starts with 27 contact, 31 speed, 87 fielding, and 69 arm. So he has improved quite a bit, especially in that power category. And you can see that he has hit a couple of home runs. Really, I think the shining point in his career was the playoff year in which we won the championship back in season 8. And he had 4 home runs and 11 RBIs in 14 games. He just went off, which is really impressive for him. 26 total bases is actually better than any of his full seasons worth of stats. So see what we have in store for him this year. I'll start with just a quick peek to make sure, okay, nothing is in here. So let's go ahead. You know the drill. We're just going to quick sim through this season and just try and get ourselves through the development period and simulating these games. So first game on the docket is against the Jacks with Dawson Blair on the mound. We will set the lineup, and what a wild choice here to have Stockton Brickhouse be your shortstop. They put Dig at second base. And honestly, I guess I don't really care that he's at second base because we have the utility trait, so he'll be fine over there. Whatever the game wants to do. I don't want to fix this every single game. So we're just going to deal with it. So let's go ahead and simulate the first game of the season. Let's see how Dig does. And we don't see anything pop up for Dig. We end up winning that game. Big win there for the Overdogs. I'll give it to Trey Mondo. He's developed quite a bit since he started his career. And between these two, I will go with Hugo here because he has lower loyalty to start. I like Velo Hawanasi worse in between these two. And that's it for manager moments. We'll sim ahead to our next game. Sitting at the top of the division, 7-run win in that game. What was the score there? Oops, wrong one. 8-1. So good victory there. Great pitching from Trey Mondo. Great pitching from Trey. All right, so to get the development part started here, we do have development for Dig, just to get his arm up a little bit more, a chance to lose utility, which I guess I'm fine with, and we can kind of force him to stay at shortstop if we need to. And let's see, anyone else here? So big development chance for Sakta to gain more arm. It's going to cause him to lose 1 power and a chance to gain wild thrower. I might do this just for shits and giggles, just see how it goes. And the rest of these are just standard developments. Nothing random occurs there. So we'll start with this one for Dig. Right after game 1, we're getting a development opportunity for the 30-year-old, which is awesome. And this one's going to cost us $17,300, which is pretty small. This one is Gravy Gulp Shakes, living large on liters of lard. Ugh, that's rough. Dig, you don't have to do this, but let's see what happens. All right, so we get +3 arm, -1 fielding down to 98. He gets the bonus 5 arm, which is amazing, so +8 there. And he keeps his utility trait. So the best outcome we could have asked for. He's now up to 97 arm, which is incredible. So +8 arm, and -1 fielding. So not the worst thing in the world. Does that bump him up? No, it doesn't. He's still a B+. But he has 8 arm, 1 fielding that he's just gained after game 1 of the season. All right, let's do the rest of these. No bonuses there. All right, I'll save Sakta's for the last one here. Withers keeps his Meltdown trait, and Marshwater gains the accuracy, but not the specialist trait. All right, does Sakta get the bonus arm here? So what is that? +11? That would actually put him at 99 if he rolls this. And he would lose 1 power, but we are so close to the perfect 99s across the board for Sakta Song. Let's just hope he doesn't get Wild Thrower in the process here. So +4, -1. He gets the bonus 7 arm. Holy moly. Sakta Song is near perfect, and he avoids Wild Thrower. 1 power, and he is perfect. So anybody that's been watching this series, I hope you're excited about what you saw there. I can't believe he rolled that. That's so fun to see. Definitely going to grab a screenshot of that really quick, but we just want to get him that 1 power. Hopefully he doesn't lose anything in the process. All right. Go ahead and set the... Okay, so they put Dig in the leadoff spot, and this is an away game, so let's actually watch this first game. Let's see how Dig does in the leadoff spot. We'll do a quick sim out to Battery Bay. We're just going to watch this first set of at-bats for the Overdogs, and then we'll get out of here. Let's see if Dig has a big hit in him. Oh, I never checked what he did after the first game, so we'll figure that out after this one. All right, so Dig starts us off against Maze Silva, batting 500, no home runs, no RBIs, so I'm guessing a 1 for 2 or maybe a 2 for 4 day. First pitch, ball high and in. Silva gets the game started. Evens the count at 1 apiece on the check swing from Dig. He takes strike 2 on the slider, and he'll take a ball outside. Curveball doesn't even compete with the zone, and he swings through strike 3. So I will wait for Sakta's at-bat here before we finish up, just so that we can see the near-perfect player at this point. And Maze Silva is a righty, so that means -1 power will get offset by the +10 power versus righty trait that Sakta is about to walk up with. And there it is.
Number 6, Sakta.
Woo, he is looking good. At 34 years old, we got to develop him to perfect. Or just near perfect. So Brickhouse hits a base hit up the middle, and Sakta Song will get a hold of this one. Deep left center field carrying. Back against the wall. And that one is caught? That was really, really weird. I don't know how that didn't at least bounce off the wall, but it was weird arch there on that one. So that'll end it. Sakta just scrapes the wall, falls just short of a home run, and it ends up being a really loud out number 2. All right, Wiggy quick, sim ahead. Dig with an RBI single, and we win 9-2. So big wins against the Jacks there. A +14 run differential already. Let's give this to Brickhouse, I guess. I'll drop Dugout 5s. I'm not really a big fan of his. All right, sim ahead to our next game against the Nemesis. They've been our Nemesis in this run. And let's quick check Dig after 2 games. Apologies that I missed it the first time. He has 4 total hits, so I imagine a 2 for 4 day, and then with all of the hitting, a 2 for 5 day. He does get an RBI single. All 4 hits are singles. He walks once, and he struck out 4 over the first 2 games. So pretty solid start. Sakta sitting at a 400 average as well, the 4 for 10. But he does have a triple in there with his multiple singles. So and he's not striking out at the same clip Dig is. So, decent start. Raffy Slaps is slapping. 2 home runs and 4 RBIs already. That's pretty crazy. All right, so since that game ended, we have development for anybody we want to. Nope. All right, let's get these cleared out. All right, Gad Vaughn, a little bit of development there. Raffy Slaps, getting some speed. His 50 power, he already has 2 home runs in 2 games. He's 38 years old as well. Mindy Marshwater avoids crossed up, gains the extra accuracy. She's a B+. So I hope that one of the other things that this series will highlight for you, and let me know in the comments down below if this is something you ever had, maybe you avoided this up to this point, but now you're looking at it in a different perspective. Even older players can still develop and improve. I know that as they get older, there's a higher chance that they take negative outcomes, but you can offset that if you truly wanted to focus on a specific player. Maybe it's the veteran on your team that you've had since their rookie year. It doesn't mean you can't still spend money on them. Of course, we all know that spending money on the older players could sometimes feel like it's not as valuable, but I do hope that this highlights older players like Sakta and even Dig, as we will continue to feature him throughout this career, can still continue to improve, even at 28, 29, and even into the 30s. So we're going to go ahead and quick set lineup here. We have Dig in the 6th spot. And again, he is 4 for 10 right now. Let's see how he does against Emery Delgado and the Nemesis. They are 0-2. Raffy Slaps with another home run. And we win 4-3. Raffy is on another level right now. We win our 3rd game of the season. I'll dock Faye here, because I think McFarland has the better, good arm behind the plate. So we're undefeated. Only the Herbivores and the Overdogs are undefeated right now. And there's Bellum the 8-ball. Should we do it? Should we watch Dig in this game? We'll check it out in just a second. He was 4 for 10. He goes 0 for 3 in that game, and he strikes out once. He also got hit by a pitch. So he does reach base again, keeping his OBP at 400, but a rough game for him. And look at Raffy Slaps here, 15 total bases this early in the season through 3 games is just an insane clip. I can't imagine he'll be able to keep up with that, but that's exciting to see out of the, how old is he? He's a 38-year-old on fire third baseman for us. So, all right, let's see. Since that game ended, any development here? Goose Kaboosler takes 10 arm hit there. That's tough to see. March just improved to first and third outfield from right field. I didn't know you could jump that high. I figured it would go from right field to outfield and then to first and outfield. So that's interesting note there. And no development for Dig here. So let's go ahead and clear these out. Espinoza avoids bad jumps and gains some extra contact there. Schnitzel May, no bonuses. Hawanasi will keep his fastball hitter trait. Small development there for March. She is insane. She's becoming one of our most valuable players. Elite Curveball added to Kent Ratherswell's arsenal here. At 38 years old, he is developing. And then Rock Patrick avoids the easy jumps traits, which isn't that big of a deal. So let's go ahead and I don't know if I want to watch this game. They put Dig in the 6th spot. I'm not going to watch this one. He is currently 4 for 13 with a 308 average. Let's see how he does against Bellamy 8-ball. 4th game of the season, we take an early lead and we hold on 3-0. We are now 4-0, keeping up with the Herbivores. Between these two, I'll drop May.
Locked and loaded.
And let's bump Levy here. And I'll drop Dugout 5s. All right, let's sim to our next game. We're sitting at 4-0. We have the best run differential in the league thanks to that series against the Jacks. And let's see.
Tearing up my performance review this time.
Dig is 5 for 16, so he has 1 hit there, 1 for 3 day, another single. He walks once. He does not strike out. I'd say pretty solid. Decent game for him against Bellamy 8-Ball. So Raffy Slaps keeping his torrid pace, but it looked like he had an O for day because he still has 15 total bases. So let's see what happened since the game ended. Development for Walkman for Ratherswell. Dugout Fives with a chance to gain stimulated. Let's see what else we got here. Sicily, Muddy Water, and development for Dig with a chance to gain extra contact. Slaps just got hit with a -12 contact, and again, so we were talking about the chance that you can still develop them. They also can take hits like that, which makes it a lot harder, especially as they get into that very late stage of their career. So this is game 4 that we just finished. We'll head over to Dig, and he's just going back for some good old-fashioned batting practice. $562,400. And let's see, what are we getting out of this? So get out there and swing until you can rip dingers in your sleep. Perfect for rip dingers, but we're doing it for Digafordo. Gets a 2 contact bonus with chance for 5. Let's see how he does. +2, no bonus there. So just the +2 contact puts him up to 53, and he is still a B+. That's fine, I guess. Not a big one there, but we'll take all of the development we can get. All right, let's roll these other ones and get them out of here. Ratherswell keeps his meltdown trait, and let's see, Muddy Water, no bonus stimulated. And Sicily doesn't get the bonus pinch perfect either, so. All right. Next game is going to be a tough one. It's against the B-Wolves, who are 3-1, and they have Alicia Woodrow, their ace, coming to the mound. So let's see if we can manage through this tough matchup. Dig in the 6th spot, 5 for 16 going into this one. Let's see how he does. Come on, Dig. We take an early lead. Raffy Slap still putting up the numbers, but we end up losing our first game of the season 3-1. We are now 4-1 on the season, and man, they really want to put these two against each other. Dugout Fives is getting a lot of tough luck here. So we still have a 16 run differential, which is really solid, tied for best in the league. We have an easier game on the docket next with Bento Lewis coming up for the Platypi, who's already tense. So let's see how Dig did. It was 5 for 16, 5 for 19. So an 0 for 3 day. I think he walked one more time, though. I could be wrong there. And I believe he scored a run as well. I think that's the first run he's scored. But his average dropping down to 263 now. So not doing great. He had a decent start, but he is slowing down a bit. Let's see. Development here since the game ended. Ooh, see, there it goes. Zakta -5 contact. We might lose the opportunity to get him back up to 99s all over, but we will keep trying if we can. No development for Dig here. We'll clear these out. Marshwater does not gain specialist, but gets the extra accuracy. She's 35, and she keeps getting better. Patrick avoids choker. Muddy Water does not get composed. March gets more contact. She's up to 72. And Haiwanasi keeps his fastball hitter. Next game against the Platypi. And May is rattled, so he's going to sit on the bench. Dig sitting right behind Raffy Slaps in the lineup in the 6th spot once again. 5 for 19 going into this game. Can we have a good day against Bento Lewis? We fall behind early. We big fight back on a Dugout Fives home run and Raffy Slaps. So the two players we brought in as pretty much like our bench batters have been producing for us. And Dugout Fives, you get the bonus this time. Saw that home run. We'll reward you for it. Between these two, I have to drop Espinoza because Elizabeth March is one of the best hitters on our team. All right, sim to our next game. We're 5-1, +17. The Herbisaurs are getting really, really hot. They have a +27 run differential. And before we check out development, let's see how did Dig do. 5 for 20. So another tough game for him. No extra hits here. He does get hit by a pitch again, and he steals a base. This is getting really weird. He is still not injured, at least. He has remained neutral mojo. He is honestly one of the best definitions for consistent without having that trait. Sakta with a chance to gain RBI hero would be incredible. We'll roll that one in just a second. I just wish we could get his contact back. So nothing big here for Dig. Let's see. Sakta does not get RBI hero, unfortunately. Raymondo, a little bump in his velocity. I want to see loses choker, so he's a C. Espinoza gets extra speed here. Brickhouse with a chance to gain cannon arm, which would have been pretty awesome for him. He's a terrible fielder, so that would have boosted him quite a bit. All right, and that's going to do it for development. Next game is against the Wide Loads, who are sitting at 2 and 4. Dig stays in the 6th spot. Again, betting 5 for 20, which is a 250 average. Let's see how he does. Come on, Dig. Have a good day here. And we end up winning another game, but nothing from Dig there. It's a quiet game. We'll drop I Wanna See here. All right, that's it for manager moments. We are approaching the halfway point of the season, and we are looking to see if we can get a little bit more improvement for Dig. Let's see, he was 5 for 25. Or, I'm sorry, 5 for 20. He gets a 1 for 3 day here. He walks once. He does not strike out. He gets himself a double, and he scores another run. So that's a good day for Dig. Love to see that. And his average going up to 261, so a slight improvement there. So we'll take it, and Slaps still red hot, but Alina Espinoza catching up to him in total bases. Sakta's still looking for his first home run of the year, and we're heading into game 8. That's not good. All right, so Brickhouse, Chuck Roast, Goose Caboosler. Sorry, I wanted to see who this pitcher that was that just got released by the B-Wolves. Faye, March, and Vaughn. That's going to be it for development options. Let's clear these out. Gone a little quiet for development for Dig. Hopefully his hitting improves. Getting these all cleared out, and I think March is approaching going into A+ and S territory here pretty soon. So Brooklyn Carpenter on the mound for the Grapplers, who are 3 and 4. This does look like on paper another good game for us. A couple of players are tense. March is going to deal with it, and Digafordo is going to stay in at the 6th spot. 6 for 23 heading into this game. Let's see how he does. We get a win, 3-1. A big day from Sakta Song as he produced most of those runs. I'll drop Chuck Roast here. I think he has 2 negative traits. We'll bump Faye. I think she pitched well. I think she's been pitching well. All right, clearing out the rest of the next coming games. We're at plus 20, and holy moly, the Herbisaurs are plus 40. That might be the team to beat in the league this year. They're going Dodger mode on us. All right, so Dig. I already forgot what he had before. He did not get a hit here. He struck out once, and that was about it for him today. A tough game for him, and he drops to a 222 average. So not a good day for Dig, but we get the win. Team is still doing well. Development here. Chuck Roast gains a fork ball, and development for Dig, but it's all on the defensive side. We want that offense to get bumped up more. All right, there we go. Let's head over to what Dig gets here. So it's a vegan diet for him. Oh, we just finished game 8, right? Yep. All right, so for Dig, game 8. This one is going to cost us $353,600. And it is a vegan diet, so cows are for making baseballs, not eating. Sure. Oh, I guess that's an interesting one. The leather. We're gonna kill them for the leather, but we can't eat them. That wouldn't be okay. So let's go speed, fielding, and arm, and a chance for more speed here, which would be nice to see as well. So +1 speed. +1 fielding, +1 arm, and actually +3 speed. So he's been getting a couple of bonuses here this season, and this might be enough to get him to an A-. And 1 arm. Just taking those notes really quick. All right, let's see if that vegan diet bumped him up to an A-. The +3 speed. Nope, he's still a B+, but now 85 speed, 99 fielding, 98 arm. Really great development there. And I think he'd be a guy that you'd really feel comfortable with having on your team, especially defensively. And then you just kind of take what you can get from his offense. I think this is a good-looking player here. So, wow, Babette Walkman with some tough, with a tough image there. What is happening here? I don't know. I reset my game before I started this recording, so a big glitch here. Just absolutely bizarre. And bonus speed for Raffy Slaps. He deserves that. Took out 5s, avoids the RBI 0, and gets the bonus power. A lot of bonuses that we just rolled there. All right, that was weird. Let's go ahead and see how we can do against Angel Verde rival here, the Buzzards, sitting at 5-3. This will be a big and difficult matchup. Dig is tense. They drop him down to the 8th spot, but he's going to stay in the lineup. He's 6 for 27 after a tough day. Let's see how he does against Angel Verde. Did you see Get Wrecked get a home run? Not our Get Wrecked. A loss to the Buzzards, and we are now only 1 game ahead of them. Their 2nd loss of the season, and we've fallen to the 3rd best team in the league, and actually 2nd, maybe 4th, or tied for 3rd with the Blowfish. Technically, we have a better record than them. But the Beewolves and Herbisaurs both with only 1 loss on the season. I don't know what's going on with the face cards here. I apologize for that really weird image that we're seeing. Kind of looks like the outline of like a Simpsons character. Let's drop Hiwanasi here. All right. Simming everything else ahead. The Buzzards are hot on our tail, a game back on a better run differential than us, and we have to play them again. Back-to-back games in a doubleheader against the Buzzards. Let's see how did Dig do. He got a hit. It was a single. He struck out once. He went 1 for 3, I believe. Maybe 1 for 4. And nothing else doing for him in this game. His average at 233, unfortunately. All right. Can we get some development for him at least? Nothing. Sakta Song with some development, but he's going to lose arm in the process. Yeah, now is going to be this give and take of decisions to make for him. That's really sad. All right, so let's get these cleared out. Sakta with 1 power, -2 arm, and a chance to lose his secondary position down to center field. See how he does. Okay, he doesn't lose that. We got the power back to 99. We now need 2 more arm and 5 more contact to get him maxed out. At this point, I feel like we probably won't be able to do it, but we were so close. I did screenshot him at the best he was ever at his peak. I'm also going to do a quick back out here, and hopefully I don't spoil anything. All right, I think that was fast enough. I just hope that might have helped reset the face cards there. So quick adjusting the lineup here. Dig goes to the number 2 spot. He is still tense. He is 7 for 30 in the season so far through 9 games. Against the Buzzards, we need a big win here. Dig with an RBI single, and Brickhouse shows up for us, so we get the win there. It's 8. We're going up to 8-2. Gives ourselves a little bit of breathing room behind or ahead of the Buzzards. Did not help, unfortunately. All right. I apologize. I don't know what's going on with that glitch, but I'll have to reset the game after this video ends. What did Dig do? WDDD. What did Dig do? Big game for Dig here. He had, is that 3-4 hits? What the heck? He had an insane game. His average goes up to 314. I had to double check that I was looking at the right guy. And he had 3 doubles in that game. Holy shit. He strikes out once, I believe. Scores a few runs. I feel like I missed something. Did I skip 2 games? Did I forget to check after the last game? Or did he just have an insane game just now? I don't know. Also, side note, Sakta, 0 home runs? That's weird. Dig with a 314 average now after, I would imagine I skipped a game there and I missed a day, but he's 11 for 35 right now. So what a big uptick for him. Power and Arm is development for Dig here in just a second. Those guaranteed bonuses there. And let's see, anything else? No, nothing else. We are after game 10. Let's go ahead and find Dig. All right, there he is. After game 10, we are going to spend $261,900 on long toss. So be able to hit home plate from center field with a sonic boom over second. Well, he definitely has the arm for it, and he will after this with the bonus arm, but he's getting a little bit of power along with that, which we will always take. So let's see if this is enough to bump him up to an A-. It is not, but he is now maxed out in both fielding and in arm, which is awesome to see. All right, let's clear the rest of these out. And we will see. Oh, Marshwater just gained the walk-prone trait, unfortunately. And Dig is juiced for this next matchup and back to neutral mojo. So he might have himself a big game. Actually, let's see. If we're away, we are home. Oh, how much time do we have? We're cruising through this one, although we might have the playoffs, so I don't think I'll watch this one. He's going to be in the 5 spot. He's juiced. This is what juiced Dig looks like. I don't think we'll watch this one. He is currently 11 for 35. Let's see how he does against the Heaters, who are 5 and 4, and with Dig, Nick Dieguez on the mound. Come out to an early lead. They tie it back and forth matchup. Dig with an RBI. We lose in extra innings. That's a tough loss. We go to 8 and 3. I'll give Slaps the bonus. He's been having a really great year. All right, sim to our next game. Jacks are a game and a half behind us, so pretty much the difference in our doubleheader we had against them earlier. We have to play them again, and their ace will be on the mound. Marley Faye has yet to allow an earned run. Holy moly. She's having a hell of a season. All right. I'm trying to not lose my focus here. So 11 for 35, was it? 35. And he goes 1 for 4. Has an RBI. It's a single. He's a 308 average. I don't think he struck out. It looks like he may have walked once. I'm losing track of these numbers here, but an 810 OPS for him is really solid. 400 OBP, really great as well. Sakta's still on the hunt for his first home run, but he does have 23 total bases with 4 doubles and 1 triple so far. So we'll take that. All right. Any development for Dig? At this point, I'm nervous to get development for Dig that's random. As you see, like Babette Walkman just gained the Wild Thing trait. Sakta with the chance to gain off-speed hitter, which I think he starts with, so he can get that back. And Dig with contact bonus here, so we'll do that one for sure. Start there. So after game 11, so we're getting back-to-back development here for him. We're going to spend $275,900 to give him meditation development. So visualize your next home run and let your mind be as empty as the bases will be. Let's go ahead and give him the contact and see if we can get some extra contact here. We do not. So +1 contact, a small jump here, and not enough for him to get up to a B+. Remember, he started with 51 power, 51 contact at the beginning of this season. So let's check the rest of these. Chuck Rose just can't get rid of those negative traits. Sakta does not gain the off-speed hitter trait. May with small boost to contact. Bonus fielding for Kaboosler. And keeping her bad ball hitter trait is March. All right. That image is just driving me nuts. All right. Oh, wait. Did you just see that? Look at the name of the batting average leader in the league. Wish When. That's such a funny name. Sorry, I just saw it as I was going into this. All right, so Dig is locked in. He's sitting in the 6th spot. He is currently batting 12 for 39. How will he do against Dawson Blair? Will he get his first home run after that meditation? We end up going losing 6-3 against the Jacks. Sakta did get his first home run of his season so far, though. Honestly, really getting tanked here. All right, let's sim ahead. Jack's right on our heels. Thank God we beat him twice in the beginning of the season. And Dig, who was 12 for 39, is now 13 for 43. So he had a 1 for 4 day. It was a single. I think he walked again. A couple of strikeouts there. I am really losing track of these numbers. I apologize, everyone. I'm doing my best, but I'm trying to memorize them with everything else is always tough. All right, so after game 12, let's see if there's any more development for Dig here. Yes, more speed for him. We'll do that in just a second. Love to see it. All right, so Dig is going to the tanning salon. 3rd straight game where we're getting him some development. This time we're spending $248,800. And the tanning salon says flip over when half done for a perfect sear. Is he talking about the cows that he's avoiding, or is he talking about the tanning salon? Let's see if we can get some bonus speed for him. 25% chance for the +3. And we will not get it. So +1 speed puts him up to 86 total. And still a B+. So we're really just inching along here with the development. Over the last 3 games, he gained 1 power, 1 arm, 1 contact, 1 speed. So he is just slowly inching and improving. But we want a little bit more than that from him. So let's go ahead and clear these out. Do y'all see that? It looks like a play or like a character from The Simpsons. Maybe I'm crazy. Let me know. Not a specific character, but like a character, like a drawn character that would be on The Simpsons. And Marshwater just lost the elite screwball. All right. All right, that's it. Next game is against the Nemesis. The Nemesis are having a really tough year. Dig will be in the number 2 spot, and 13 for 43 right now with a 302 average. We are home, or we are away. Let's do this. I just want to see his one more at bat from him. He'll be the number 2 hitter. Let's go ahead. Head out to the park to Tiger Den. I'm only going to watch Dig here, and maybe I'll watch Sakta as well. Just another chance for Dig to get a big hit here. Let's be quick just so that we don't run out of time.
It's baseball time.
All right, so Espinoza comes up against Lawrence Kemp, who looks pretty solid on paper, but having a tough season with an 8.53 ERA. Kemp, a hefty dude, throwing a lot of weight around on the mound there. Slow grounder to second base, easy play for Elroy Action, over to first first out of the game. Now here comes Dig, batting 302. We just got him some meditation, hoping to get his first home run of the season. We chases way high. Quick 0-2. And Dig will ground out the first baseline, easy play for Bontavir. I don't even know. I feel like I've only seen that name like once. Sakta comes up batting 360 on the season with 1 home run and 9 RBIs locked in. And he'll get one off the end of the bat. That is going to do it for the top of the first. Pretty lackluster for the Overdog offense. So hopefully Trey Mondo is able to settle in and hold things together while the offense gets things sorted out against Kemp. We get an early lead. We lose on a 3-run homer from Elroy Action. I bet you he really enjoyed that. And with that loss, we drop to 8-5, and we are tied with the Jacks, only breaking that tie with run differential. Tom Sicily going to take a hit here, and I'll drop Doug here. All right. And we don't have Sim to the next game. I think that was because I don't think we had that one. So let's see. Oh my gosh, a lot going on here. So let's see. Any development for Megid's Power, Tremondo, Boost, Caboosler, Kent, Patrick, and Faye. Okay. So nothing for Dig there. First game in 3 games that we haven't had his development. Bonus velocity for Kent, Patrick, and Faye does not lose her rally stopper trait. 2 velocity for Trey, and backup shortstop is now Velo Iwanasi. What a weird setup for him. All right, next game against the Nemesis. They already beat us once. Will they sweep the doubleheader here? And we're going to have Dig in the 6th spot. Oh, yeah, what did he do? He got a hit, I believe. It was just another single. He had a tough game there, though. No strikeouts. He's at 10 strikeouts and 4 walks, 18 total bases, and 7 runs, and 3 RBIs. 14 for 47. How does he do in the second game here? We are approaching the end of the season. We do not want to fade down the stretch if we want to try and make the playoffs. 14 for 47. We get an RBI double from Dig, but we still lose, so we get swept by the Nemesis, and we get passed by the Jacks. That's really, really unfortunate. All right, let's go ahead and sim to our next game. We play against the Crocs, and let's see how did Dig do. Got another hit, yet was that RBI double. And 1 for 4 day with the RBI, no runs scored. He did strike out twice, and that was it. His average sitting at 294. He's at 15 hits. We have 2 games left to see if he can finally have one of his best seasons and eclipse that 15 hit mark. And Sakta takes a 6 power hit. That's unfortunate. Yeah, at this point I feel like we're not going to get him to max out. Oh, good. So Sluggerade for Dig to get the power and contact here. I'd love that bonus power if we can get it. So let's hit that development. This is after game 14. So game 14, this one's going to cost us $495, $400. So this is the second most expensive one we paid for this season. And let's see if we can get the extra bonuses here. So this one says everything a growing player needs and several things they don't. Slugger rate. Let's go ahead and see. Got the power, we got the contact, and we don't get the bonus power. So +1 in power, +1 in contact. So just really inching along and not the bonus there. So still no luck for him. Ratherswell holds on to Meltdown. Hugo Levy just got the clean sweep of bonuses here. Holy moly. Bonus power speed and power versus righties. Excuse me. Espinoza avoids Butterfingers. Schnitzel, nothing there. Got Vaughn still holding on to his crossed up trait. That is unfortunate. All right. 2 games left. Can we stay in the playoff hunt, or are we going to fade? Dig is neutral. He is 15 for 51. Trying to get that 16th hit of the season against the Crocs here, who are 6-7. So we get a 3-1 loss. We drop to 8-7. For such a hot start, we have really been fading down the stretch. Sorry, Alina. And we're definitely going to give this to Hugo. 33 is really, really harsh. All right. So the Jacks lose a couple. Buzzards and the Crocs are a half game behind us. The Crocs season is done. The Nemesis season is done. The worst we can do is 8-8. The best we can do is 9-7. The Jacks with the same thing, but they have -12 and only 1 game left. So we should be good. The Buzzards have 2 games left. They can easily, and that's in their control. They win the next 2 games, and they can keep their run differential higher. They can take the division from us. And it's, oh man, we have to play the Buzzards for our last game of the season. It'll be Faye versus Lancelot Macias, and this is going to be a really difficult matchup. But before we get there, Dig had 15 hits. He does not get his 16th hit. He goes hitless. He gives a strikes out twice, I believe. No walks, and nothing else doing for him. His average drops to 273. All right, so he has one game left, as is always the case, to try and get his last hit to get his new season high. Let's see, Chuck Roast gets power there. It's not relevant. And development for Dig. Come on, let's do it. Come on, more development for Dig. Nothing. All right, so let's go ahead and clear the development out. And Mushwada just gained a walk prone. All right.
Ouch. We've got
Faye avoids Choker. Getting a bonus right before the end of the season here is good. Bonus power for Stockton. And no bonus for Marshwater. All right.
Okay, I've just been told.
Last game of the season against the Buzzards. Their pitcher is juiced right now, but so is Elizabeth March. We'll put Dig in the number 6 spot. He is 15 for 55. Can he do it? Can he get his first or last hit? Can he get one more hit this season? Can we win? We end up with a loss, 7-4. March does get a home run, and we get dropped out of the playoff race for now. It just depends on... Nope, we will be out of the playoff race. Unless the Buzzards get destroyed and the Jacks lose as well, we won't make the playoffs. Just because we faded down the stretch. What an ugly way to end this season. We'll check Dig in just a second to see if he was able to get his 16th hit, at least his 16th hit, and we'll see if we can get him a little bit more development here before we end the season. We do it. Nope, he didn't. He went 0 for 3. I think he struck out. Did he strike out twice or 3 times? That's... What a letdown. This season sucked. We got a lot of development for him on though, but he ends with a 259 average, so we'll see how that compares to the rest of his career in just a moment. We're just going to peek and see if there's any more final development for Dig before this season ends. Sakta getting a bonus and a chance for a clutch. Stockton. I don't remember which one I said here. Sakta gets clutch. Oh, that's clutch. All right, cool. So he goes up to 94 power. Interesting that his power and contact, which are his best attributes from the start of his career, are now his weakest attributes, even below his arm, which is his weakest attribute to start. He now has power versus righties and clutch. I'm obsessed with this version of Sakta's song. All right, clear the rest of these out. I don't think it even matters, but we have the money to spend anyway. March gets bonuses there. This will help with loyalty before the end of the season. All right. Let's quick sim. Oh, one last game is between these two, so there's no way we can make the playoffs because one's going to win and one's going to lose. Okay, so the Jacks drop. We go up to the number 2 spot with the Buzzards win, but the Grapplers and the Heaters both beat us in the wild card race, so we will miss the playoffs. See how Diggs' season compared to his previous years, and we'll check out some league leaders and stuff before we finish up here. I won't dilly-dally too much. All right, so this season he gets 15 hits, which is tied for his career high, which he has hit 1, 2, 3, now 5 times, excuse me. 15 hits has occurred 5 times. 4 RBIs, just below his average for the season. No home runs. A 259 average is just above his career average. 328 OBP, same thing. Slugging slightly ahead of his career high or career average, and same thing with OPS. So an above average season for Diggs. 7 runs scored is pretty consistent for him. He hit the 8 mark once. 20 total bases. He's only gotten that 3 times total, and it's the last 3 seasons. He did 21 total bases last year, and he did that without a home run this year. That's because he had 5 doubles, which is a career high. He walked 4 times, which is decent, I guess. 17 strikeouts. It does go down from last year, but it's still too high for my liking. Gets a stolen base and 2 hit by pitches. He does not have any errors this season. I'd say overall a decent success for him. Looking at development for him over the season, he did gain a total of 8, 9, 10 total arm this season. He lost 1 fielding, but then got it back. So that keeps him at 99. His speed, he gets 4 total speed. And then for contact, he gets 2, 3, 4 contact and 2 power. So minimal production or development, but enough of the development there that we were all able to see just positive outcomes for him. There was a total of, see, how many was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times we got development for him this season, so great PDO growth for him. But through all of that, he is still a B+, so no big bump there. Although last season he went from a B- to a B+, so I think we were pushing it a little bit, but I want to play some catch up. So next season is year 31 for Dig in his 11th season, age 31. We'll see if he can continue some growth there. Let's check the rest of the team really quick, just a peek. Espinoza with 5 home runs this season is really solid. Raffy cooled off quite a bit in the back half of the season. The huge drop in contact probably did that. Stockton only had 1 home run, but still produced pretty well with an 844 OPS and 32 total bases, which is second best on the team. And Stockton Brickhouse had a decent year. Let's see who else. Elizabeth March, where are you at? Had a rough year. Not what we like to see from one of our best hitters on the team. So that needs to get fixed. And a couple of other players had 2 home runs this season. Pitching-wise, solid year from our starters. Ratherswell pitched Ratherswell. Moneywater. And that was about it for our bullpen. Walkman, Marshwater, and Chuck Roast had really tough years, unfortunately. But great job from the starting pitching staff. Love to see their success this year. All right, let's see league leaders just out of curiosity. Anyone from the team? Nope. All right, anybody in any of these categories? Man, 8 home runs from Lucas Buchanan. That's pretty crazy. Sakto with 328 average. Just going to do a quick peek through here. 22 hits, 4 stolen bases, 4 wins for Muddy Water, and Tremondo in the strikeouts per 9 category. So nothing too exciting there. Let's go ahead and sim through the playoffs. We missed. We quick sim here, and it's going to be the Grapplers who win it all. They beat the Herbivores, so we saw the Herbivores being the best team. Actually dropped down to the number 3 seed, but their talent showed. They knocked off the Blowfish and the Sandcats on the way to the championship, and then they lost in 4 games to the Grapplers, who are your champions. So, as we typically do, I will go ahead and decide on Digafordo. Raffy Slaps is retiring at age 38. Dig will ask for a $9.2 million salary. He's worth 9.9. We're going to give it to him. Not going to roll those dice. 84% still too risky for me. And as I typically do, I will figure out the rest of this after this video ends. But overall, I think Dig had a solid year. The development continues. He is an elite defender, and he is getting better offensively. We really need to see a big jump in his contact and power, but at age 31, can he still improve? That's the big question that we will have to figure out next episode. So thank you so much for watching. If you are enjoying the content, please like the video down below. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to the channel. We do a lot of fun Super Mega Baseball content on the channel. Some fun series that we're doing, franchises that we're running, and other creative ideas that we'd love to hear your thoughts on as well. So if you have any ideas for what you'd love to see for Super Mega Baseball, or even if there's other games that you think, hey, this would be right up your alley, let me know. I'd be open to considering some other stuff too. I've been looking to figure out what else could I watch or play on this channel that people might be interested in. So would love to hear your thoughts, your ideas, your feedback in the comment section. If you don't have anything to say and you made it this far into the video, give me the shovel emoji to represent Digafordo and his success in his career here at the Road to the Show. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.